Hello, my amazing tribe. I'm excited to connect with you through this video. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're thrilled to have you here as we tackle Zona Band. Zona is a Serbian rock and pop group formed in Belgrade in 1979. Formed by guitarist Radovan Jovićević, keyboardist Zoran Živanović and vocalist Zana Nimani, Zona was initially a part of the Yugoslav new wave scene. With their second album they turned towards more commercial synth-pop and achieved large mainstream popularity. Until the mid-80s the band had moved from their initial new wave and synth-pop sound towards pop rock and population after the departure of Zana Nimani in 1984. Jovićević and Živanović continued to lead the band, changing two vocalists, Nataša Gajović and Nataša Živković. During the years, Zona worked as a pop trio consisting of Jovićević, Živanović and vocalist Jelena Galonić. In 1999, Jovićević left the group, leaving Živanović and Galonić as the only official members of Zona. In the years, Živanović and Galonić formed a new Zona lineup, making a return to pop rock format. As we progress, let's shine a spotlight on the beginnings 1976-1979 and examine its intricate interplay within our topic. The beginnings 1976-1979. Guitarist Radovan Jovićević and keyboardist Zoran Živanović started to work together in 1976, playing in several high school bands. At the end of the years, they were both members of the band Suit and Dusk. On a school dance in St. Sava Elementary School in Belgrade, on which Sutin performed, Jovićević brought his girlfriend at the time Zana Nimani. She sang, having her first performance with Jovićević and Živanović. In 1979, Jovićević, Živanović and Nimani decided to start performing under the name Zona. The first lineup of Zona featured, beside Jovićević, Živanović and Nimani, guitarist Igor Jovanović, bass guitarist Bogan Dragović and drummer Alexander Ivanov. The band soon managed to get a turn to record some of their songs in Radio Belgrade's Studio 6, where they were spotted by lyricist Marina Tucaković, who had previously worked with Sren Marjanović, DAG, YU Grupa, Biza Velitinli, Ambassadori, Dado Topi, Slayan and Milo Ivi and other acts. She got interested in the band, and soon became their lyricist and an official member. Let's now enter the realm of Zona Nimani years 1979-1984 and discover the fascinating stories it has to tell. Zona Nimani years 1979-1984. In 1980, Zona recorded their first 7-inch single, featuring the songs Nastavnis Hey, Teacher, recorded with the children's choir, and Svita. They were declined by Belgrade-based record label PGPRTB, but soon after signed for Zagreb-based Jugoton, which released the single. The band promoted the single on their live performances, alternative music saxophonist Paul Pignon occasionally performing with them. Zona had their first public performance in Belgrade in November 1980, performing as an opening act on Generosija 5 concert in Pioneer Hall. Their follow-up 7-inch single was also successful, released as the double A-side with the songs Modida My Grandfather and Pepito Pantalone Pepito Pants. In 1981, Jugoton refused to give Zona unlimited time in studio to record their debut album, so the band moved to PGPRTB, for which they released the reggae-influenced single Leto Summer, intentionally releasing it in May, hoping it would become a summer hit. It was later revealed in the Yugoslav press that with Leto Zona plagiarized Matador by Garland Jeffries, but it did not influence the song's success on the charts. Due to the success of Leto, Jugoton agreed to Zona's terms, so the band signed back to Jugoton. The band's debut album, Lo Vesti as Rij Zapivsku Flay Bad News accompanied by Reggae for a Beer Bottle was released in 1981. It was recorded in Jugoton's Studio 6 and produced by the band members themselves. On the album, Živanović was signed as keyboardist only in order to avoid being confused with Zoran Živanović, host of the band Mama Koko, to whom keyboardist fees were often mistakenly paid. The album brought the hits Utro mi podsia nota morning reminds me of it, on he, Maya di belli selu no white mice all night and low vesti bad news, the latter featuring altered lyrics, because Jugoton editors demanded the original politically provocative lyrics to be changed. In their home city the band promoted the album with a concert in Didiv Theatre. On a fundraising concert in Sarajevo they performed as an opening act for By Jello Dub. The December 1981 mini-tour across Serbia was ended when Aleksandar Ivanov left the band due to his mandatory stint in the Yugoslav army. Ivanov was temporarily replaced by Pavel Paja Banana Nikoli, a former member of the band Dragajubov Taxi. The band's second album, Dodani Miles Kolina Touch My Knees, was recorded in Sweden during May 1982, with the help of saxophonist Goran Nilsson, percussionist Bilguna Bilin, and multi-instrumentalist, recorder and producer Tini Varga, who also co-authored lyrics for 2 songs on the album. During the album recording, Tukakovi stopped being the band's official member, but would continue to write lyrics for them. With Dodani Miles Kolina the group moved to more commercial sound. The album brought synth-pop-oriented hits Dodani Miles Kolina, Mr. Zapoljub's Kisses Maestro, 13G Mosri and Bro 13 is My Lucky Number, and the album saw high number sales. In September, the same month when the album was released, Jovanović left the band due to his army stint, and was temporarily replaced by Aleksandar Radulović. At the end of 1982, the band went on a tour across Serbia, Macedonia, Herzegovina and Dalmatia. However, the concerts saw bad reviews in the Yugoslav music press, as the band's live performances failed to reach the standards of their studio recordings. In May 1983, Jovanović and Ivanov returned to the band, and Nikoli and Radulović left. Soon after, Bodin Dragović left, forming the band Zamba with Aleksandar Radulović, guitarist Nikola Utrilo and drummer Predrag Botajović, the group releasing their only studio album, Udark Niskolo Kick, in 1983. Zona's new bass guitarist became Milo Stojicević, a former member of Generosija 5. In August 1983, Zona recorded their third studio album, entitled Natrag Novos Back to the Train. The album was, as the band's previous release, recorded in Sweden and produced by Tini Varga. The album's biggest hits were the duet Jabukai Vino Apples and Wine, sung by Nimani and Eldar Bebek. The band initially considered Daniel, Oliver Maddy, Jura Stubley, or Branimadoni Atuli for the song and Mladiu Mo My Boy. The title track also featured Bebek on vocals. At the time of album release, the end of 1983, Ivanov left the band, and was replaced by Predrag Jovićević, formerly of Zamba. After leaving the band, Ivanov dedicated himself to a career in marketing. He has moved to New Zealand, where he hosted a music show on a local radio, played in the Beatles tribute band The Zittles and in the band Melody Boys, which performed covers of Yugoslav rock hits. In February 1984, Zona went on a promotional tour, but as the audience showed little interest in their concerts, they ended the tour in March. Soon after, Jovi and Kikamak went to serve the army, the band went on hiatus, and Nimani decided to start a solo career. After the release of her only solo album Nos Pevam Samo TB Tonight I Sing Only For You in 1986, she married, retired from music and eventually moved to Canada. Get ready to immerse yourself in the world of Nate Gajović and Nataša Ivković years 1985-1990 as we examine its impact and relevance. Nate Gajović and Nataša Ivković years 1985-1990. In 1985, Jovićević and Ivanović reformed Zona with the new vocalist, Nate Gajović. With the album Zona, unofficially known as Kveen Lael Red Tulips after the first track, released in 1985 and produced by Saya Habi, they moved towards pop and pop-rock sound. The album brought the hits Joe Over Dan One More Day, Pahalj Snowflakes and Nikid Nidljum Never on Sunday. Their next album, Opkinimo Nos Zajedno Let's Get Crazy Tonight Together, was released in 1987. It was recorded with the new drummer Zoran Živanović and produced by Duan Petrovi Wayne. The album brought folk-influenced hit Vejd Snegovi Fall Heavily, Snows, which featured guest appearance by Boki Milojević on clarinet. The 1988 album Zona, produced by Tini Varda, featured Mladen Vojić, Loza Ristovski and Miroslav Sedek-Beni as guests. The album brought the hits Oini Se Ti, Bude Se Yo You Will Get Married, I Will Get Married, Vojna Potom Military Post and Vlak Train. In 1989, Gajović left the band, retiring from music and moving to Saudi Arabia. Following her departure, other members also left the band, so Jovićević and Živanović reformed Zona with Nataša Ivković vocals, Zoran Jaki bass guitar and Saya Alhamd drums. The new lineup recorded the album Zona, also known as Rukuju They're Saying Goodbye after its biggest hit. The album was produced by Jovićević, Živanović and Loza Ristovski and released in 1989. The track E, Mo Doctor O Doctor featured folk singer Dragana Murkovi on vocals, and the song Napravit Mostov Build Bridges featured the girl group Yarmuk on vocals. After only 2 years spent with Zona, Ivković joined Hare Krishna and withdrawn from the scene. In 1990, to celebrate 10 years of activity, Jovićević and Živanović released the compilation album Naluk Pesm 1980-1990 Most Beautiful Songs 1980-1990. In this segment, we'll be unraveling the complexities of Jelena Galonić years 1991-1999 and exploring its multifaceted nature. Jelena Galonić years 1991-1999. With Zona's fourth singer, Jelena Galonić, Jovićević and Živanović recorded their albums Zona in 1991, featuring the pop-oriented hit Nisam Divoj Tvoga Druga I'm Not Your Friend's Girlfriend, and Trame I'm Searching, released in 1993, featuring the rock-oriented hit Priya Dol Rusi Dollars They're saying that the Russians are coming. At the beginning of 1996, the compilation album Zlatny Hitovi 1980-1995 Golden Hits 1980-1995 was released, featuring 2 new songs, Modris Bruises and Guti, a cover of the song by Istrian singer Alan Vitasovi, the videos for which were recorded at Thailand. The album Zanomania, released in 1997 and featuring dance pop elements, featured a remixed version of Modius and Guti, and a cover of Time song Dolizna Doti Volum Did You Know That I Love You. The album's biggest hit was the ballad Nijs Tekokno Not Everything Is So Dark. In the autumn of 1998, they released the live album Zona Uivo Zona Live, recorded on their concert held in Sova Center on 1 November 1997. The album featured singer Branka Kavazi as guest. With our foundation established, it's time to explore Zona as a pop duo 1999-2015 and its relevance to our overarching theme. Zona as a pop duo 1999-2015. At the beginning of 1999, Jovićević moved to the United States, leaving Živanović and Galonić as Zona's only official members. The two recorded the song Balkanska Balkan song for the various artists' album Prolino Trugmo Beogradsus in the spring on the Square My Belgrade Has a Heart, featuring protest songs against the NATO bombing of FI Yugoslavia. In 1999, they released the album Prijatelji Friends, which featured the sound resembling their earlier works. On the song 40, which deals with the life of a middle-aged man, Živanović recorded lead vocals for the first time. Besides Zona members, the authors of the lyrics were Marina Tukakovi and Bora Aravi. In 2001, Živanović and Galonić released album 21, featuring songs composed by Živanović on the lyrics by Galonić and Marina Tukakovi. The album was produced by Živanović, Galonić and Wika Filipovi. In 2006, Zona released the album Kao Neked just like before. The album featured dance pop remixes of Vejd Snegovi and Doderni Miles Kolina, and the songs Nalia to Jilju of Do You Know What Love Is featured guest appearance by tenor Goran Dine. In June 2008, Živanović and Galonić got married. On 29 April 2010, Zana celebrated 30 years of work with a concert in Sova Center, Nataša Gajović and Nataša Živković making guest appearances on the concert. On 30 December 2013, the band's former drummer Pavel Nikoli, who spent last years of his life as the owner of the club Tropicana in Accra, Ghana, died in a car accident. Get ready for a thought-provoking discussion as we delve into Return to Rock Format 2015 present and its impact on our understanding. Return to Rock Format 2015 present. In 2015, after a 5-year hiatus in their work, the band, in the lineup consisting of Galonić, Ivanović, Milica Rani drums, Dijan Trajković guitar, Miljan Davidović keyboards, Zoran Živanović bass guitar, released the single Moko Honey. In December 2016, Zana released the single Stupido, a duet sung by Galonić and the group's former vocalist Nataša Gajović. In 2018, Croatia Records released the box set original album collection, containing all of the band's albums with Nimani on vocals, the first 3 studio albums, as well as Zana Nimani's only solo album, Nos Pevam Samo TB. In 2022, in order to mark the band's 40th anniversary, PGPRTS released the box set entitled Digimanski Box Set Diamond Box Set containing all 13 studio albums released by the band, the live album Zona Uivo, as well as a disc with singles released during the period. The release also contains a book with press clippings and photographs from various phases of the group's career. The band's former bass guitarist Bodan Dragović died in March 2016, and another former bass guitarist for Zana, Milo Stojić died on 29 January 2024. Marina Tukaković died on 19 September 2021. The spotlight now falls on Legacy as we delve deeper into its details. Croatian and Yugoslav singer Teresa Kisavica recorded a French-language version of the song Dodani Miles Kolina, entitled Dans Avant de Dorma. In 1983, the song Mladumo was covered by Serbian pop-punk pop and Oruđim Protiv Otmiora on their 1996 album Barbecue. The song Dodani Miles Kolina was covered by Croatian pop singer Severina on her 1999 album Yosomo Jebam I Just Sing and by Serbian pop-punk band Lud Krau on their 2007 cover albums To Everything by the Others. The song Vejde Snegovi was covered by Bosnian progressive metal band Heaven Rain on their 2012 album Second Son and by Serbian jazz duo Lidija Ananov and Andy Pavlov on their album Mlad and Radost, an homage to Yugoslav music from the and beyond, young and joyful homage to Yugoslav music from the and beyond. The song Mr. Zapoljups was covered by Serbian jazz singer Lena Kovačević in her 2013 album Sound the Dream. In 2006, Mladumo was polled No. 54 on Top 100 Domestic Songs list. The spotlight now falls on studio albums as we delve deeper into its details. No Vesti as Regis Apidsku Flave 1981 Dodani Miles Kolina 1982 Natrag Novos 1983 Zoma 1985 Okinimo no Zajegno 1987 Zoma 1988 Zoma 1989 Zoma 1991 Trame 1993 Zano Nija 1997 Pritalji 1999 21 2001 Cow Naked 2006. With our curiosity piqued, let's embark on a dedicated exploration of live albums and its fascinating intricacies. Zona Uivo 1998. As we enter this new phase, let's uncover the impact of compilation albums on our broader topic. Nalep Pesm 1990 Zatni Hitovi 1980 1995 1996 20 Zatni Hitova 1998 The Platinum Collection 2009. In this part of the video, we'll be diving deep into box sets and unraveling its profound impact. Regional Album Collection 2018 Digimanski Box Set 2022. Get ready for a thought-provoking discussion as we delve into singles and its impact on our understanding. Nastadnis Vita 1980 Modida Pepito Pantalone 1981 Litos Novi at Slame 1981 On TC Nikos Doro Lice 1981 Masters Apoldips Prilika 1982 Jabuk Ivino Instrumental 1983 Veg Snegovi Stanise Cadbronazim 1987 Stupido Moko 2016. Remember to follow me on social media for behind-the-scenes content and updates.